Last year, the management of our plant decided to improve the processes in production to optimize the operation of equipment. We are engaged in the production of pharmaceuticals in Samara and have been on the pharmaceutical market for more than 20 years. Our company has various equipment for production of medicines, from granulator to self-adhesive labels automatic line. At the general meeting on the development of production, the leading engineer of the analytical laboratory proposed to update the analytical and laboratory equipment. Using analytical equipment, they monitor the ratings of moisture level, melting time, transparency, dissolution, hardness parameters, thickness, viscosity, many analytical operations to determine the quality of raw materials, finished products. We conducted on technically obsolete laboratory equipment, which often did not provide indicators of verification. I have been working at the plant for 5 years as a leading production technologist. The management set me the task to find and buy a magnetic mixer of liquids, which is used for mixing solutions and liquids. I started the search, checking the required parameters with the leading engineer of the analytical laboratory. He suggested choosing a compact and modern magnetic mixer with an acceptable volume of 1 liter. The engineer advised me to contact the manufacturers of the equipment first. They provide warranty service, drawings, instructions for use, and installation of manufactured equipment. I followed his advice. I chose one company on the internet, which produces pharmaceutical equipment, visited their website, and wrote a letter specifying the parameters and capabilities of a magnetic mixer of liquids. I did not specify a particular device. I wanted to see what they could offer me. A week later I got the answer that they don't have a magnetic mixer, but they can develop and produce one, if requested by the end of the year. That is a long time for us, so I decided to try to look for a machine from other manufacturers. I found a company on the internet from Russia, which produces analytical mixers. I called them and asked if they could deliver a magnetic liquid mixer. They replied that they had such a machine. The manager asked for my phone number and said she would call me back in the evening when she checked with her company engineer about the characteristics of the machine. However, she did not call in the evening. I contacted them the next day. The manager said that she had sent a request to the engineering department and that she would get back to me when she had an answer. This seemed strange to me. When do I wait for an answer? How long to wait for an answer? Not a business-like approach to the customer. After a series of failures, I gave up on finding a mixer on my own. Then I remembered that at the Forum of Producers of Equipment for the Pharmaceutical Industry in Moscow, I met with a specialist who was engaged in selection and supply of laboratory equipment for the production of medicines. I found his business card, and before contacting him I decided to check whether he really specializes in the supply of equipment for the pharmaceutical industry. In order to do this I found his website and thoroughly studied the information on it. I liked that the website was up to date, with video clips of the equipment and lots of contacts for communication. I also noticed that the website had been around since 2003. The company had been on the equipment supply market for a long time, and that is a good reason to say that it was successful. I called the manager. He said that he remembered me and was happy to hear from me again. I told him that I was looking for a compact magnetic liquid mixer with simple controls. He suggested an appliance option that was popular with customers and proven in production. I agreed to consider it. The manager emailed me the passport and the instruction manual for the equipment. He also offered to perform a turnkey delivery. I liked the proposed version of the equipment, and I agreed it with the management. A week later we signed a contract for the delivery of a magnetic fluid mixer. A month after signing the contract the manager called me and told me that the machine was ready, and in a week it would be delivered. The machine was delivered according to the contract in 30 days. The mixer was simple and compact, just like I wanted. It measured 25 centimeters by 16 millimeters by 17 centimeters. The mixing process is automated. It is possible to set the necessary mixing speed. The lab engineer, and myself included, were satisfied with the proposed version of the magnetic mixer of liquids. I realized that I made the right choice of a specialist to supply the equipment. Real professionals pay attention to detail, and I was lucky to find such a person when selecting the equipment.